And I literally had to sort of like interview to use the studio, because the person I'd been recommended to speak with was this wonderful man named Questar Welsh, who'd
Mm.
been the head engineer for Rugrats and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all
Ooh,
those great 80s cartoons.
I love
And
all
he
those.
had a studio that he would rent to people. But I didn't have an engineer. So I was like, would you be my engineer? So basically I had to like ask this really incredibly famous man. I was like, could you be my engineer on this little show that I don't really know anything about, but hi, jazz hands. Um, and and he was very kind, and he was like, yeah, kid, you seem nice. That was literally kind of how the conversation went.
Yeah.
And I did that show with him in 2014. And then I got another show, and then I got another show, and then I got another show. And by 2016, it was apparent that my little company was actually going somewhere. And by 2017, I was the only person he was recording with because he couldn't take on any more work. I had too many shows. And then I started bringing on new engineers.
Ah,
And then in 2020, we had to pivot because of the pandemic, and he was considering retiring anyway. So he sold me his studio. Um, and then in 2020, it's also when I opened my office here in Lisbon, because I was traveling back and forth for dance,
okay.
actually. And since I had so many European clients, it actually became easier for me to direct from here in Europe. And so I was just going back and forth between the two studios. And then I chose to stay here more full time. So I'm talking to you from Portugal. And I still have my studio in New York, and I have a studio here, and now I have